You're watching the book reviewer. Hello audience, and welcome back to another episode of the book reviewer. I have another book review to share. So I did a review before on Beverly Cleary. I'll put a card up in the top right hand corner so you can go check that video out. That was one of the first ones that I did. But I have another review for you. So this one is called Ralph S. Mouse by Beverly Cleary. Can you guys see that? Alrighty then. This starts out introducing Ralph. He's a mouse who lives in a hotel with his motorcycle and his little ping pong ball little helmet. He doesn't really want to share his motorcycle with his young cousins and extended family. And he felt like it was his, and his relatives would try to ruin or break his motorcycle if they got to ride on it all by themselves, which he wouldn't let them. I wouldn't either, I don't think. So this boy, Brian, is one of only 2 people that can hear Ralph talk. It explains in the book that Ralph learned how to speak by hearing children and watching TV. The only other person to hear him is the bellman, whose name is Matt, and he carries bags for the guests that come and stay in the hotel. So, Matt is the only grown-up that can hear him. So, all Ralph's cousins and family think he's mean because he doesn't want others riding his motorcycle in the nighttime in the hotel lobby, where, if you've already guessed, he can't be seen there. So the manager of the hotel one morning finds spatters of dried mud on the linoleum floor of the lobby. He's not pleased about this because for a hotel, the lobby must be clean and presentable for guests to stay. So Ralph was a little worried about his friend Matt losing his job because they're tired of the messes that the hotels are in. Excuse me. So Ralph was feeling guilty, as if he were responsible for Matt's potential job loss. So he feels bad. He's turning the problem around in his mind. And he talks Ryan, this little boy, I think he's about 8 or 10 years old. I'll have to look. Ryan into letting him go to school. Now I think they're in 5th grade, so he's about 10 or 11. He reasons that he could live at school, so he could ride his motorcycle and be out of the way of his cousins and stuff that try to kind of ruin his motorcycle that's just his. So he could keep his motorcycle safe as well. There are lots of things that puzzled this little mouse that that went on in school. He gets to meet the teacher. Her name is Mrs. K. And he gets to run a maze, and a lot of cool stuff happens to him. So he gets to explore the school one weekend. He didn't understand about weekends because the children, as far as he was concerned, came to school every single day. He didn't understand about weekends. So he gets to go to the library. He discovers some yummy library paste, and he begins to eat it. And he gets caught in a tape dispenser that he didn't know that was very, very hazardous to him, especially because he's small, he's furry, and once you get fur and tape together, it's not a good mix. Anybody knows that. So this book has 160 pages and 9 chapters. It does have a Kindle edition. I'll put a link in the description below where you can find it. My book cover will look different than yours because I think, and I'm not really sure, I'd have to look it up or something, but I think that they redo the covers every few years or something like that, because I could not find my book cover on Amazon as it is. So, this was a cute book. I believe this book is targeted for 8 to 12 year olds. But this book, like any book that I have reviewed so far, can be read by any age group. Anything. I mean, I'm not even 8 to 12 and I still read this one. So, this book is for kids in the 3rd through 7th grade. And as I mentioned before, these books can be read by anybody that they want. I mean, we have the freedom to choose what books we want to read and what books that we don't want to read. So it's pretty much your choice. So give me a shout out if you have read this book, if you liked it, if you hated it. I want to know. Leave a comment in the comments below. That is the book review for today. Thanks for watching, you guys. Thanks for subscribing. If you are new to this channel and you want to see more of what we do, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. As always, keep reading, don't stop believing, and we will see you again on Tuesday. Bye, guys!